Good evening and welcome back to live flight action down here at East Midlands Airport from within our usual spot of the Aeropark this evening. It's good to have everybody with us again on what's a very calm and peaceful evening tonight. The sun just sets in the west again this evening. We start the stream with the look at the Ilyushin in front of us, that one arriving in a little earlier this morning. That one due out at about 7:10 this evening. The crew of that one just opening the door a few moments ago and making the final checks on the ground there. So hopefully a little warmer than it was on Tuesday evening. I'll stick with the Ilyushin in front of us just for a little while. Catch our first departure now. Before we do that, just pan around and catch that one in this evening. We are in 09 operations again. Landing safely onto 09 this evening. So back on the Ilyushin now. Good evening, Kieran. Good evening, Tracy. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. First arrival of this evening, making its way down towards North Wales now. This is the IL-77 in from JFK. This one a little delayed by about an hour or so this evening, but that one should be with us in the next 20 to 25 minutes. That one approaching from the west this evening, and just to the east coast of Ryanair, arriving in from Krakow. That's currently over the channel. At 38,000 feet, due with us in the next 35 minutes. We'll stick with the Ilyushin in front of us, though, for the time being. So that one is due out at 7:10 this evening. The one at 747 was due out around 6 p.m. That one being pushed back by about an hour. That one due out at 7:10 now. Not too long to wait for that one. Richard, good evening to you. Rod, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us again this evening. So the crew of Ilyushin just making final checks there on the ground. That one, as I said, due out in about an hour's time. Just to the left of us, though, if we can catch this one. There we go, the Beach King in front of us there. This one arriving just a couple of minutes ago. disappearing off just to stand for the evening. Yeah, I think I'm disappearing just up behind the hangars there. So quick look back on the Ilyushin. So not bad weather at all this evening. I should say quite pleasant throughout. Dropping to around 11 degrees or so by the time we finish the stream. The DHL not too far away from us now. That one just around 20 minutes out. It's going to route down over the north of Chester, down towards Stoke-on-Trent, and I'm making a straight in onto 09 this evening. I'm very fortunate with the wind conditions this week. Earlier this morning, I believe they were on 2-7 operations, but the wind line in the direction of 09 this evening. It's a perfect opportunity to catch all those arrivals in the setting sun again. So thanks to everybody joining us again from East Midlands this evening. So the second stream of the week from the airport. It doesn't look like next week's temperatures are going to be very favourable to us. Temperature dropping off quite considerably at the start of next week. This weekend, bit of rain forecast as well. So glad we can get out and catch the last of the warm weather this evening. Quite interesting aircraft to have into East Midlands. I had a number of different aircraft types over the past few weeks. Quite good to catch this one. See, with 09 being in operation as well, should be a great opportunity to see this one out this evening. This one off to Reykjavik. Arriving into East Midlands, I say this morning, landing about 23 minutes past 7. Arriving in from Baku. So, just have a quick look around on the DHL apron then. So, not very busy over there at the minute. Those first arrivals making their way over this evening. Yes, 767 on stand there. 757 on stand next to it. So, 777 there. Just on the end stand. The apron should get populated within the next 25 minutes or so. So we've got that service in from JFK. And not too far behind that one. 777 in from Cincinnati. That one around 40 minutes away from us this evening. This one just about to start being slowed out now. That tug just being manoeuvred into place. Couple more aircraft approaching over the channel now then, just leaving the coast of France. Got the TUI service in from Gran Canaria and the Jet 2 service in from Tenerife. Both of those around 40 minutes away from us. Following those, just overhead France at the minute, about 20 minutes or so from leaving the coast. Jet 2 service in from Fuerteventura. And then in about an hour and 20 minutes behind that, we've got the Ryanair service in from Tenerife. That one just heading over the Bay of Biscay. Services approaching from Europe this evening then. We've got the Ryanair in from Krakow. That's just over the east coast now. That one around 25 minutes away from us this evening. The DHL 777 in from Leipzig. Around 45 minutes away from us this evening. And then the Jet 2 service in from Krakow. That one's still an hour and 45 minutes to run. So a number of aircraft due in imminently. So the 767 in from JFK, just 15 or 20 minutes out now. That one just passing north of Crewe. And a little further out, the UPS service in from Philadelphia, that one around an hour and 45 minutes away from us. And the DHL in from Reykjavik, that one around 2 hours away from us now. So, a number of aircraft on their way into us this evening. So all eyes on the Ilyushin for the time being. So that one just preparing to depart this evening. That one due out at around 7:10. The crew have been on there for about 15-20 minutes now. And hopefully joining that around the same time, the 18747 off to Chengdu this evening. That one originally estimated departure time of 6 p.m. Looks like that one is slightly delayed by about an hour or so. That one due out at 7:10. And following those two departures, we've also got the West Atlantic 737 due out at 7:10 as well. That one again delayed by a couple of hours this evening. So we'll stick with the view on the Ilyushin in front of us. So once that 767 comes into view on the final approach, we'll pan around and catch that one in onto 09 this evening. Thanks for everybody joining us from the Aeropark this evening. It's good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat. Claire, good evening. Irish Train Guy, good evening to you as well. Nigel, good evening to you. Hugo and Richard as well. Thank you very much for joining us. It's good to see you in the chat again this evening. One last drink, I think, before 767 comes into sight. The weather quite calm and peaceful out of the minute. A lot of that heat sticking around. Well, there has been of heat this afternoon. So it's been quite warm, about 17 degrees here at East Midlands. So just a slight breeze this evening, knocking a bit of that temperature off. Nothing too drastic. It makes a welcome change from the past few weeks. And it's been absolutely freezing cold and dark by this point. That 767 just passing through 6,600 feet now. That one around 10 minutes away from us, just west of Uttoxeter. Sun just over the horizon now, so still very good view above us, not much cloud at all this evening. To catch these on approach quite a far way out without any of the sun glaring at us. So I hope you're well. Thank you again for joining us at East Midlands this evening, second stream of the week. So the Ilyushin, as long as we stay on 09 operations this evening, let's just check the windsock over there. She's definitely pointing in the direction of 09, which it is. That one should be out within the hour, so an estimated 10 past 7 this evening. So just enough time for that sun to set. Hopefully we'll catch this one out in the last of the evening light. This one should depart out, turning left, making a left turn out of runway 09 this evening. Let's say this one up to Reykjavik this evening. So probably a couple of hours endurance ahead of it once it departs. So the crew making their final exchanges there with operations team on the ground. And we'll stay with this one as much as we can this evening. So it's the first time we've managed to catch the Ilyushin on one of our streams from here at East Midlands. So it should be quite an interesting departure. So let's have a look where that 767 is now. Just passing through 4,000 feet. Just overhead Burton-on-Trent. That one should be coming into view on final approach imminently. So the approach path on 09 is extended somewhat given the flight path that these aircraft are flying from the west. So that one just coming into view in the very distance there. So once that one gets a little bit closer, we'll follow that onto the approach for 09 and see that one in this evening. We'll stay on the Ilyushin for the time being. So hopefully that aircraft closes up soon. We should be able to watch that one start up from our vantage point within the airport this evening. So a very close up view and good view inside of that aircraft from this point. So 67 just passing through 2,000 feet now. So that gets to a couple of miles out. Pan across and watch that one in. Okay, so 67 just approaching Donington Park now. So a quick pan round and catch that one on its final approach into East Midlands this evening. registration on this one. Golf Delta Hotel Lima Echo. Flight time this evening around 6 hours and 15 minutes. Airframe 15 years of age. IL-77 here from JFK this evening. Catch back up with that one in a minute. So as it gets a little bit closer to us, that one just coming to a stop on 09. That'll vacate in the next minute or so, and it should pass by us right in front of the Ilyushin in the next few minutes. The Ryanair service in from Krakow, just south of Northampton now. That one should be with us in around 15 minutes time, just passing through 17,600 feet. Crew there, ground crew, should I say, just waiting around until the final preparations are complete for the departure of that Ilyushin this evening. So the tug is in place. The aircraft not live, as it were, yet. See, none of the hydraulic systems are live on the ailerons there. Not active at the minute. Just behind the Ryanair, then approaching East Midlands there. That one around 10 minutes away from us now, north of Northampton. Chewy service in from Brinking area, making its way towards Milton Keynes, and the jet ski service in from Tenerife, just a couple of minutes behind that. So 3 aircraft inbound from the south. From the west, the 777 in from Cincinnati. That's going to make land just over Liverpool before making its way down into East Midlands. And from the east, the 777 in from Leipzig. Both of those services should be with us in the next 30 minutes or so, and those 3 services from the south, the Ryanair, Chewy and Jet2, between 10 and 20 minutes for all 3 of those services. The 767 just approaching from the left now, that one just about coming into view. Once that does, we'll pan around and get a close-up of that one for this evening. There we go. Let's take our eyes off the Illusion for the minutes. So regular visitor on the streams, the service in from JFK, regularly operated by the 767. This one setting off a little early this afternoon. This left around midday UK time, about an hour's delay on it. It was due a little early. Never mind, we have it with us now. If we can. See just whereabouts this one ends up on standing, so there's quite a lot of choice to make on that apron this evening. You see the Illusion there, quite a far way back there, into its position. An earlier arriving Beach King just making an appearance in the background there. Still got 767 just for the time being and catch the Beach King out. So that one will make its way on to stand shortly and catch up with that in a minute. So takeoff should be quite quick for the Beach King there. Side this one quite quickly behind the tree and the perimeter fence. There we are, losing sight of that one there unfortunately. Well, let's pan around and have a look back first at the Illusion, see if there's any more movement on that one this evening. Very much still waiting to close up on that one. 767, they're just making its way onto stand. That one's shutting down. So the visibility from the Aeropark Museum is fantastic. Very much almost a 360-degree view of all three counties from where we are this evening. We're very fortunate with the lack of cloud and the temperature this evening, making for favourable conditions for streaming. So with the visibility in front of us around only 25-30 miles. Should be able to see all of the aircraft approaching from the south this evening and before making that right turn on to final 409. That Ryanair service just north of us now. That one around 5 minutes away from us. We're just passing through 8,500 feet. The Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. That one approaching the south of Leicester now. That one around 10 minutes out. And the Jet 2 service in from Tenerife, that one around 15 minutes away, just passing overhead Northampton. It'll be the Ryanair service in first, and then we'll see which aircraft makes it in behind that. So we've got the 777 in from Cincinnati, and just ahead of that the RVLE from the Isle of Man. Seven in from Cincinnati, around 20 minutes away from us this evening. So all three of those aircraft may just make it in on time. The Jet 2 may just have to make a bit of an extended approach into East Midlands this evening. Be good to have everybody with us again. Thank you very much for joining us from down here at East Midlands. There's ground crew just making those post-landing checks there. Just see the torchlight on the outer skin of that aircraft and underneath the leading edge of that wing. Fueling truck in place, so that one will get refueled, and that one should be off out again later this evening. That one indeed back off to Cincinnati. That was scheduled to depart around 10 to 9 this evening, 8:50 p.m. So the crew quickly getting into position on that. Get that one refueled. The cargo will be off on that imminently, and that one will be back out to the US again this evening. We're waiting for the platform to move into place to start offloading that aircraft. Let's go a quick look at the Ilyushin. Checking the progress of that one this evening. See, that sun just setting in on the horizon there. Just about make out the interior lights of that aircraft. So we've got pretty much bang on view of that entrance into the aircraft there. So we keep eyes on that Ilyushin, just trying to see if we can get any visual on the inbound Ryanair service. Doesn't look like any obvious lights just yet. That one just passing over airspeed Ilyushin. Visual just to the west of us there. That one start to make it probably route just a little further and start to turn over Burton on Trent this evening. That'll make its right turn in towards runway 09. So that one just a couple of minutes away from us now, probably 3 or 4 minutes until we see that one up close on the approach. And not too far behind that, the Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. That one just passing over Colville now. So not quite a visual with that one just yet. That one should be a couple of minutes behind the Ryanair. Ryanair just making its right hand turn now. Just pan off the Ilyushin there for a minute. We'll keep an eye on that one, see if anything occurs in the next couple of minutes. We'll see if we catch the Ryanair on final. There we go. just about to turn on to final 09 this evening. And good evening to everybody joining us in the chat. Good to see you. Thank you to everybody watching as well. Thank you for joining us from East Midlands Airport this evening. It's like that illusion just starting up there. Just leave the Ryanair on final approach. We'll pan back across that one as it gets a little bit closer to us this evening. As you can see, that one lights were flashing just a couple of seconds ago on that one. Through that frame right there. There you go, there's no lights and the anti-collision light just pinging away. The Ryanair just cut a couple of minutes away from us. I'm just passing over Melbourne now. And the Chewy just about to turn on to final approach as well this evening. The Jet 2 not too far behind. Hopefully the crew of the Illusion not too far away from starting up, and that one getting moved out of its current position this evening so it can start up. Right, our final approach now. Spin around quickly and catch that one and get straight back on the Illusion there. Bit of an extended flare on the Ryanair though, touching down with a smoke off those tyres. Just flaring ever so slightly as it touched down on runway 09. The Chewy on final approach and the Jet 2 just about to join it as well in the distance. That one just about to make its right turn. The DHL approaching from the north now, that 777 in from Cincinnati. Looks like that's going to make a bit of an extended approach over the north of Derby before turning and making its final approach on 09 this evening. The RVL in from the Isle of Man, not too far from us either. little further in on that Illusion. We'll get onto the tree in just a couple of minutes as it gets a little bit closer to us. So this one is due out at 7:10. Final preparations just being made there. Crew will be on board for around 50 minutes now. So should be well underway with preparations for departure this evening. The Chewy on final approach. Spin around and catch that one for you this evening. Back up with our airmates as it approaches its stand for the evening. Temperature nice and stable at the minute, not too cold, no wind in the vicinity this evening. Any wind is relatively light. The windsock just a little down from us. Not much movement on that at all. So the only movement on that is any of that wake turbulence being caused by those inbound aircraft. Other than that, everything is pretty stable this evening. Good evening, Ryan. Good to see you back again. Hope you're well. Hope you're recovered. So you went very well last time we saw you. So you got over the worst of that. So we catch back up on the action over at the on the passenger apron over there in a little while. Just keep focused on the Illusion in front of us. A couple of aircraft on final approach as well. The Jet 2 service in from Tenerife. Right in front of them. Just pan around and catch that Jet 2 service in for you this evening. And just following that on final approach, the RVL is inbound as well. Great evening for spotting down here at East Midlands. So a lot of people out to catch this Illusion depart this evening. Hopefully this one stays on schedule. It's pinging up on radar. It's like those systems are becoming active. the RVL here from the Isle of Man. Just a little off passing over Melbourne now. Just put around while we can, get a quick shot of the passenger terminal this unit. Literally making its way onto stand there. Hirano and Jet 2 just in the background. Jet 2 service here from Tenerife, just vacating the 09. So that one is going to pull R2 stand right in front of the terminal there. Catch up with the Jet 2, see if we can see any action on that one as it gets a little bit closer to us this evening. For the time being, everything looks to be coming alive in front of us. So you can definitely see inside of that aircraft now from a vantage point here within the airport this evening. Andy, good evening to you. Just put around and catch the RVL. Vacating 09 there. That should hopefully vacate, make its way onto stand near the Ilyushin this evening. So actually our crew member sat inside there. It's great to see so many people joining us from East Midlands this evening, so a very warm welcome to everybody who's new to joining us, all our returning members and subscribers as well. Thank you very much this evening. It's good to have you all with us. The RVL should just be passing in front of us in the next couple of seconds. Taxi off onto its usual stand. That 777 inbound now on approach 409 this evening. Just disappearing that. Quick look at the Ilyushin, don't want to miss the doors being closed on that one. So that one is due in the next 15 minutes or so, as long as it keeps on schedule. Definitely ready to pull that one off stand this evening. Just to the right of us, 777 in from Cincinnati. making a bit of a bounce there as it touches down on the museum. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. Good to see you feeling better as well. David, this is the Ilyushin, making its way into East Midlands from Baku this morning. This one off to Reykjavik this evening. Under tow now. We'll stick with this one for the time being. So the 777 will make an appearance in front of us in the next couple of minutes as it makes its way up here towards the DHL end of the airfield. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us again. Good to see you in the chat. So the cargo door on that one still open as well this evening. See if we can get a close-up of that flight deck for you this evening then. David, this one off to Reykjavik this evening. So hopefully this one should be out on time. Scheduled departure is 7:10. briefly lose sight of this as the 777 passes in front of us. I think for the time being, with such a rare sight, especially this time of leaving out East Midlands, we'll keep our eyes firmly on the Ilyushin for the time being. Seven in from Leipzig, just on final approach. That one should be with us in the next couple of minutes. It's fantastic to see this one all lit up on the taxiway, with the taxiway lights there, just bouncing off the skin of the aircraft. Perfect even for it as well. So no wind, temperatures very tolerable this evening. Hopefully this one should make quite a lot of noise on its way out this evening. Triple 7 here from Leipzig on final approach. Spin out and catch that one in. Next inbound, the Jet 2 service from Future Ventura. That one around 5 minutes away from us. Great to see everybody with us this evening. Thank you very much again for joining us. H-Dot, thank you very much for that gifted membership, and Tracy as well, that gifted membership. Thank you very much both for your support this evening. And at least good to see you in the chat. Good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. And Rob, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat this evening. And David, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's good to have you with us as well. Thank you very much for joining in the chat. The West Atlantic just turning on to 09. Let's quickly pan around and we'll see if we can catch that one outbound this evening for you. So the Ilyushin should follow a very similar path imminently. Just about catching that one, rotate into the evening sky there, just obscured slightly by the trees. Fantastic close-up of that one this evening. Hopefully that is coming through perfect clarity to whoever we're watching this evening. So we're streaming in the highest possible way we can. Definitely looks fantastic from where I'm standing. From where I am, everything is pretty much in darkness over there. It's fantastic to see on the screens in front of us. It's a bit more centralised. The Jet 2 inbound from Future Venture on final now. We'll see if we can adjust that sound for you. Just give me a couple of seconds. Whoops. Adjust that. There we go. Back in frame. Okay, hopefully the sound from me is a little louder now. Great. Looks like we're back in action on that one. Thank you very much, Tracy. So it's a little bit difficult. Microphone just slipping down my body warmer there a little bit. Well, thank you very much for letting me know about that. So, just a little past the scheduled departure time of this Ilyushin this evening. As you can see, that one is ready to go. The ladders of that forward door just still touching the ground. So looks like the crew just aren't ready yet to start taxiing out to 09. And it looks like the one out off to Zhengzhou this evening is delayed by another 30 minutes or so. That one due out at 20 to 8 now. It will definitely still be around to catch that one, as long as that one keeps on schedule. I've been quite fortunate the past few streams to catch a number of those 1As. If you missed any of those, definitely go out and have a look back, especially at Thursday's stream. We're out here when the National 747 took off on 09. And very fortunate to catch 3 of the 747s on the ground at the same time with it. So 4 747s on last Thursday's stream. So if you did miss any of that, definitely go and have a look back through. So that one kicked up quite a lot of spray as it departed out on 09. Bit of a rain shower just as we were starting the stream, but fortunate enough to not get caught in that. With enough water on the ground to make some really good spotting on last Thursday's stream. Looks like the engines of that Ilyushin just starting up now. Definitely gives us a different view this evening. So usually focused on most of the cargo action on the DHL ramp over there. So a number of those 777s making their way in this evening, just in the process of being unloaded. But with the view we've got in front of us, I think we'll definitely stick on the Ilyushin for the time being. From this vantage point, definitely beats any of those DHL aircraft for the time being. So while that's starting up, I'm going to grab one last drink while I've got the chance to keep warm. Temperature just dropping a touch. Keep your hands nice and warm for the next few minutes at least. Good to see everybody joining us from East Midlands again this evening. It's good to have you with us. If you're just joining us, the Ilyushin in front of us just starting up there, down off to Reykjavik this evening. The forward door, the forward access door there, still open, and those ladders still on the ground. That one was due out at 7:10. Just a little delay to its departure this evening. We'll gladly take the view in front of us. So we're just waiting for all four of those engines to become live this evening. So you can hear the rumble from where we're standing here. That's coming all across loud to you on the screen. So it shouldn't be too long at all before this one starts taxiing out now. Looks like there may be just one more engine to start up this evening. Maybe a couple. It's difficult to tell from this vantage point. Shouldn't be too long at all. In fact, there are 3 engines that started there. Flight control checks just being completed there. Oh, sorry. There we go. Back, sorry about that. Looks like all 4 of those engines are now online. There we go. That ladder should be going inside now. And the forward door all closed. That one should be making its way down to the start of 09 in the next couple of minutes. Harry, we're out here every Tuesday and Thursday evening over the winter months. Our start frequency, the scheduled frequency of those passenger flights and cargo flights increases over the summer. We like to get out here a lot more often if we can. So everybody's support on the channel has been great so far, and it's good to see so many members in the chat as well this evening. So thank you very much for joining us on the stream from East Midlands this evening. So just a short taxi to the start of 09 for this one this evening. Yeah, there we go. That one thundering down 09 this evening. That one just lifting off there, a little out of frame. The sound absolutely roaring through as we stand up here at the Aeropark this evening. Ilyushin off to Reykjavik there. The Ryanair in front of us off to Takeoffs this evening. Ilyushin making a left-hand turn now, just overhead Kegworth. That one passing through 3,500 feet. Thunderous noise of those 737 engines there rumbling off into that night sky. So So what a great view that was of the Ilyushin departing out straight in front of us there on 09 at East Midlands this evening. That one currently passing through 5,500 feet just west of Long Eaton now. Let's see if we can catch up on any of the action over there on the DHL round this evening. The Ilyushin just making its way north of Derby. That one heading over the top of Ilkeston now. Currently passing through 7,000 feet. The Ryanair service here from Tenerife are final. Spin around and watch that one in this evening. I hope everybody managed to hear that just as loudly as we did there. Ilyushin definitely roaring off into the evening sky. So the sound just thundering through your chest as we stood right in front of it there. Looks like a lot of you heard it in the vicinity as well. There are nice service there here from Tenerife. Flight time on that one this evening, 3 hours and 43 minutes. That was a 737 MAX. Registration Echo India Kilo Mike. Airframe delivered August 2024. I'll just coming up to 8 months of age. So the one at 747 is due out imminently. That one has been pushed back a couple of times this evening. So there are a few delays to the outbounds. That Ilyushin being one of them. That one was due around 7:10, running 20 minutes or so behind schedule. And the Ryanair service to Krakow. That one again running just short of 30 minutes behind schedule this evening. When you've got a view of the 777. Sorry, yes, 777. Inference is being offloaded. Let's see if I can get a sight of that 747 in the distance. Looks like that one is still on stand down there. That usually does ping up on radar once it's started. Usually 15-minute or so wait on the taxiway. But with any luck, that one should start making its way towards us anytime soon. I say it has been pushed back a couple of times. Its original slot was at 6 PM this evening, then 7:10, and now 8:22, so around an hour and 40 minutes behind schedule. thanks to everybody who joined us this evening, especially all you returning members and subscribers as well. It's great to catch that illusion out there, especially from this vantage point. It's great in the evening light as well. You know, the sun has just set. Hoping to catch that one just a little earlier, before that sun completely disappeared over the horizon. But a fantastic sight nevertheless of that aircraft right in front of us. The taxiway lights there illuminating the underneath of that aircraft for some time. Just the sheer power and noise off those four engines as it powered out this evening. I hope you all got that just as loudly as I did standing here this evening. Thank you again for joining us. It's good to have you all with us. Tracy, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's good to have you again. Let's have a look on the radar now. See where we are this evening in terms of those arrivals and departures. The Illusion just heading east of Manchester now. Looks like that one is heading over the Peak District there, just east of Glossop. That one's still 2 hours and 25 minutes to run this evening. Currently passing through 22,500 feet. So look then a bit further south. The Jet 2 service in from Krakow is around 20 minutes away from us. That one just north of London. Just turning towards Luton now. That one's starting its descent into East Midlands this evening, just passing through 24,500 feet. Well, we can. Let's leave the 777 there. Let's pan across to the passenger terminal this evening. So that one becoming a little more populated. The Ryanair service there, just disembarking now. Quick pan across the rest of that apron. The majority of those aircraft now disembarked as we are watching that illusion. The apron just to the left of that terminal. Only a couple of aircraft, the Ryanair and Jet 2 on stand this evening. Let's see if we can pan across back to that Ryanair. So it shouldn't be too long at all before we see that next inbound, the Jet 2 service in from Krakow. A little further afield, the UPS service in from Philadelphia. That one should be with us in 25 minutes. It's just currently over the Irish Sea, heading for North Wales, or the coast of North Wales. And the DHL service in from Reykjavik, operated by that 757. That one just passing over Scotland now, making its way down to Dumfries. That one's going to route over the Lake District, just northeast of Manchester, and then making its way down the Peak District towards East Midlands this evening. And the West Atlantic 737 just departing Aberdeen. That one should be with us in around 45 minutes or so. So still a number of aircraft to land in this evening. Hopefully that one 747 stays on schedule. So look on the radar, see if you can see any movement on that one. So one again just being moved back by another 15 minutes. That one's scheduled to depart at 7:55 now. So we've still got quite a while to run on this evening's stream. We'll see if we can manage to catch that one out as well. Apologies for the blurriness there. There we go. Back on the 777 just for a couple of minutes. Good evening to you, Katie. Thank you very much, Ryan. Yeah, hopefully that one makes its way down towards us anytime soon. So a quick pan down the rest of that apron then this evening. That one currently being refueled. Let's just have a look where that one is off this evening actually. That one off to Cincinnati as well this evening. The 767 that arrived in from JFK. See if we can find that one on stand. So I forget which direction it was in now. Definitely to the right. There we go. Lima Echo there. That one 2 off to Cincinnati this evening. I should have said as well. Off to Cincinnati this evening. That one is scheduled to go out at 10 to 9 this evening, and the 777 to the left of it scheduled to go out at 20 past 9. So both of those departing within around 30 minutes of each other. We'll see if we can catch either of those on the stream this evening. Probably the 767. We'll try and catch that one if we can. We'll run just a little bit later than we have the past couple of streams. Still a number of aircraft inbound to us this evening. That Jet 2 service in from Krakow then, just north of Northampton now. That one should be with us in the next 12 to 15 minutes. So we are still on 09 ops this evening. And the temperature pretty much stable. So it's dropped just a little bit, but not much of a chill in the air this evening. So the wind helped as well. There's virtually no wind this evening. But I think next week paints a bit of a different picture for us. And weather dropping again back into single figures, especially overnight. And this week we've seen a bit of frost, especially on Tuesday. It dropped around 2 degrees here on Tuesday evening. It's nice and pleasant to start off with. So we started around 15 degrees, and over the course of an hour and a half, 2 hours, we ended up at about 2 degrees. So not very pleasant at all. Definitely bites through you, and definitely feel it on your fingers. But it's quite pleasant this evening. I'm just getting the last of this warm drink out of the flask. Keep warm for the next hour or so at least. But it's been quite something this evening. So catching that illusion out as well was really good to see. So if you're new to joining the channel and you want to see any of those previous close-up departures, definitely have a look back at those last live streams. Thursday was very action-packed indeed last Thursday, with 4 of the 747s on the ground here at East Midlands. So we're fortunate enough to catch the national 747 out as well. That one departing straight out on 09 before the runway operations switched. We did catch just a few minutes before that one, the One Air 747. That one was arriving in from Astana. That one did land in onto runway 27, but I think at the discretion of the pilots, the flight crew, and air traffic control, the National made a bit of a quick exit from the end stand over on the DHL apron. Let's see if we can pan around and catch the 777 where that 747 was parked last week. There we go. That one just in the process of being offloaded as well this evening. So yeah, the last Thursday stream, the 747 was on that stand and literally made a quick hop over to 09 and a full throttle exit straight into the early evening sky. Yeah, just a little bit of water on the ground. It's for some great viewing of all that spray being kicked up with the power from those 4 engines. So if you want to see any of those previous streams, definitely go and have a look back. So we've been here for a number of weeks now, regularly streaming on a Tuesday and Thursday. So if you want to see any of that action, just check out the links in the channel there. And just to say, we are from within the grounds of the Aeropark this evening. The volunteers kindly allowing us to conduct our streams from within the grounds over these past couple of months. And it's with all their great efforts and giving up their time as well, allowing us in of an evening to film all of the action and stream it directly for you. So if you're interested in knowing more about the Aeropark, want to see all the aircraft on static display, or just to come down and support them, or indeed inquire about any volunteering opportunities that you may be interested in, the volunteers down here at the Aeropark are only too happy to answer any questions you may have. They're open again this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 10 AM till 3 PM. Last admission is 2 PM. And if you are interested, as I said, there's a link to the Aeropark website in our stream description below. So if you want any more information, just follow that link. It'll take you directly to their website, or indeed check them out on their social media pages as well. So that Jet 2 service in from Krakow, just overhead Leicester now. That one just becoming visible to the south of the airfield. Catch up with that one as it gets a little bit closer to us this evening. So that visibility still quite good. So it's, even though we're in the hours of darkness now, we've still got fantastic visibility of the night sky in front of us, able to track the majority of those aircraft approaching from the south, and as well those approaching from the west and northwest onto 09 this evening. So we should be able to catch up with the UPS service in from Philadelphia anytime soon. Looks like that one 747 is just starting up. Yeah, David, if you want to come down to the Aeropark, as I say, the link is in the stream bio there. Give you all the information of where to find them. They're just outside of Castle Donington, just behind the racetrack. But number of aircraft on static display and a number of aircraft open as well for you to go and have a look around just to the right of us here. Can't just about make it out in the darkness, but the Nimrod just to the right of us. So definitely a lot to see, and it's great for the kids as well to have a look around and see all the aircraft up close. So the one air just pushing off stand. Let's see what we have approaching on the taxiway in the distance there. If you could have a quick pan around. This one not on the radar. It's like this one is just being towed up. It's the Maersk or Star Air767. So I don't usually see these under tow. So just whereabouts this one is off to this evening. And maybe off to the maintenance area just to the right of it. And maybe going a little bit further up this evening. So these are usually located down at the UPS end of the airfield where the UPS hangars are. So it's not a usual sight this far up the airfield. The flight deck fully illuminated there though. The one I usually does take 10 or 15 minutes just to start up and start its taxi. Whoops. See where I'm going there. Jet 2 service here from Krakow, then just turning onto its final approach. That one over Burton-on-Trent at the minute. I'll keep up with this one now. Looks like that one is making its way towards us. Engines roaring away in the background there. Stick with the 76 in front of us just for a couple of minutes. The 747 comes into view. Jet 2 service now on final approach. And there's taxi lights of the 747 just coming into view just a little way down the taxiway, so they're just obscured by that fence for the time being. We'll catch back up with that one as soon as it comes into view. Looks like we'll catch the Jet 2 service in from Krakow just before that one does arrive in front of us. Julie and Haley, Hazel as well, good evening to both, all three of you. Andrew, thank you for joining us this evening. Glad we can bring you all the streams from East Midlands. Let's catch this Jet 2 our final approach. A little bit of a bounce from the 737 there. The 1S747 making its way quickly down towards runway 09 this evening. And Julie, thank you very much for that gifted membership there. receiving that membership. Thank you very much for supporting the channel again this evening. The one out of to Jeonju this evening. Regular route for the 747s. David, thank you very much for the update on that 757. A close up of that 747 flight deck there for you this evening. Looks like this one just gave away. Maybe the National Police Service walking out there. Definitely sounds like it. Nothing showing up on radar though. There we go, the National Police Service Vulcan Air there this evening. That one touching down after being on operation. A bit of a squeak from that one as it touches down. The 747 about to turn on 209 now. The UPS 767 on final approach. Looks like this one may be holding just for a couple more minutes. Well, that one published on its approach now. So the one just holding short. So we'll keep our eyes on the 18 just for a minute or so as that 767 gets closer. And the National Police Service Vulcan Air being on quite an operation this evening, taking off from Hordon, just outside of Chester, making its way to Liverpool, north of Manchester over to Rochdale, before making a turn over Brickhouse, and then making its way down towards Barnsley, Sheffield, Chesterfield, and just a couple of orbits west of Nottingham before making its approach back into East Midlands this evening. That one has been an operation for 2 hours and 10 minutes this evening. The UPS 767 almost upon us. Let's leave that one out just for a minute. Catch back up with that as it makes its way on 209. Flight time on the UPS this evening, 6 hours and 23 minutes. Registration on this one, November 301 Uniform Papa. The aircraft is 29 years of age. So not too much wind in the vicinity this evening, so a nice stable approach. 767 touching down there. The one throttling up, making its way towards 09 now. There we go, just losing sight of that one, a 747 there. Again, that sound just absolutely thumping through your chest this evening. Glad we could catch that one on this evening's stream. So that one slightly delayed this evening by about an hour and 50 minutes or so by the time it pushed back. David, the flight over to Chengdu is about 11.5, 12 hours, I think, from East Midlands. From memory, anyway. So next aircraft on approach into East Midlands, and the DHL service in from Reykjavik, operated by that 757. Probably the last couple of aircraft we'll catch on this evening's stream. The West Atlantic in from Aberdeen, that should be with us in the next 20 minutes or so. The Maersk service in from Belfast, operated by that 767, in around 30 minutes. And the Chewy service in from Lanzarote, approaching from the south. That one should be with us in the next 30 minutes or so as well. Registration on the 747 just departing the Golf Uniform November Echo Tango. That airframe is 33 years of age. And that one was earlier inbound from Astana, arriving just before 3 p.m. this afternoon. 2:45 this afternoon. That one making its way in the early hours of this morning, from Hangzhou to Astana. Astana to Nottingham, East Midlands, and then East Midlands back to Chengdu this evening. .757, just our final approach in the distance. That one currently passing through 2,200 feet. A registration, and that one Golf Bravo Mike Romeo Juliet. And the airframe in question, 36 years of age. First flight, 1989. So while that one makes its way down towards us this evening, just a quick look at the rest of the DHL stand. So in the next 30 minutes or so we should see that 767 back out to Cincinnati. That one currently in the process of finishing its loading process there. So that one does have a scheduled departure of 10 to 9. We'll see if we can catch that one on this evening's stream. Sometimes the cargo services can be slightly delayed, and as we've seen this evening, a number of those departures from East Midlands facing delays of 20 minutes or so. We'll keep an eye on that one. As I say, we've still got 3 inbounds making their way up towards East Midlands. Sorry, make that 4. The Swift Air in from Guernsey. That one around 30 minutes away, just ahead of the Chewy in from Lanzarote. So we may just about catch that 767 this evening. And of course, we'll keep you posted a little closer to the time. Probably another 30 minutes or so before we see that one ready to depart. Let's move across back onto the approach for 09 now. 757 just coming into sight. Good evening to everybody joining us. John, good to see you. Good to see all the returning members in the chat as well. Thank you very much for joining us, and everybody else who's joining the chat and watching this evening from East Midlands as well. Good to have you with us. So we should be live for the next 30 or 40 minutes this evening. So those last aircraft just making their way in this evening. So been quite fortunate with the temperature as well, being quite mild. Welcome change from very frosty conditions we've experienced over the past few weeks. There we go, that's 757 inbound from Reykjavik this evening. And the next inbound, the West Atlantic 737, not too far away from us, just around 10 minutes or so. 777 there off to Cincinnati this evening in the process of being loaded up. That one due out to about 20 past 9 this evening, so just a little later than we will be planning to stream for this evening. But still 4 inbound aircraft making their way towards East Midlands. As I say, the West Atlantic around 10 minutes out from us now. That one just north of Ashbourne, northwest of Derby. The Maersk 767 in from Belfast, that's around 20 minutes away from us now. That one just approaching, or just passed over the coast of North Wales. That one overhead rail. That one should be passing down towards Wrexham, over to Newcastle on the line, down to Toxeter and then into East Midlands. Swift Air from Guernsey. That one making its way towards East Midlands as well. That one just a little north of Reading now. Should be with us in the next 20 minutes or so. And the Chewy service here from Lanzarote, that one around 25 minutes away. So I'll catch up with that 757 as it gets a little bit closer, just in the darkness there on the taxiway, making its way towards the DHL apron this evening. That 777, let's pan onto the 757, just back off a bit on that one, there we go, I'm just coming into view there. Stick with this one as we watch it on to stand this evening. Yeah, Maersk Star Air 767 just in the background there. That one being towed into place this evening. Looks like that might be being pushed onto one of those additional stands. Stick with the 757. This one going all the way to the far end of the hangar there. Just about see the marshaller next to the 757. Stick with this one. See the marshaller out the front there, guiding that one in. The West Atlantic 737 on its final approach now. That one just passing through 2,700 feet. That one is making its way down. Just have a quick check, make sure all of our battery levels are in the green. Looks like we're good to go for the next 25 minutes or so of this evening's stream. The Maersk 767 making its way towards East Midlands now. That one just west of Crewe. That one should be with us in the next 15 minutes. 757 there, the ground crew just moving into place. Just out see them underneath the landing gear there. Once that 737 gets a little closer, I'll pan onto that and watch it down this evening. That one should hopefully vacate further down on 09, making its way back up. Usually pulls on stand right in front of us, where we saw the RVL arrive onto stand earlier in the stream. Let's turn our attention to the approaching 737 now. So this one in from Aberdeen. Registration Golf Juliet Mike Sierra, Charlie Sierra. Airframe is 34 years of age. Flight time this evening just over 45 minutes. Just a short hop down from Aberdeen for this one. And those final two aircraft approaching it from the south, the Swift Air in from Guernsey, that one around 15 minutes away from us now, and the Chewy service in from Lanzarote around 20 minutes away. So we'll be ending in the next 25 minutes or so this evening. So if you missed any of the action so far, we had the Ilyushin depart straight in front of us on 09 this evening. Have a quick track back through the stream. Managed to keep our attention on that one for quite some time. Watch all four of those engines start up and it's taxi out to runway 09. Hopefully the last of that cargo being loaded on there. Maybe just a little more on the ground to be loaded onto that aircraft this evening. This one should be departing out just a little after we've finished this evening's stream. With its counterpart just on the stand next to it. Registration on that one, Golf Delta Hotel Lima Echo. That one should be making its way out in the next 20 minutes or so. It's like they're just making those final preparations in the hold there this evening. The 767 inbound from Belfast is passing through 7,900 feet now. That one 5 minutes or so away before we see that on the approach path this evening. Ryanair service to Tenerife on the taxiway, making its way towards 09. This one landing in just a short while ago. Very rapid turnaround this evening for the Ryanair. making its way straight back out to Tenerife. Catch up with that one in just a couple of minutes as that one makes its way a little bit further towards us. The West Atlantic also vacating 09 on the taxiway now, making its way up to us as well. So we'll try and stick around for the departure of that 767 there. But it looks like they've still got a little way to go this evening before that one is completed. And the doors are shut ready for departure. Should probably aim to finish in the next 20 minutes, just before 9 PM. So the temperature's not been too bad so far. Yeah, but it's just started to drop off now. There you go, the Ryanair in front of us. Very bright lights on the Maxes. So very bright white lights indeed. Another aircraft on the approach at the minute, so this one should be departing straight out. There we go, the Ryanair off into the evening sky there. Let's catch up with the West Atlantic 737. That one, as expected, making its way onto Stando there this evening. So that one should pull up just next to the RVL. The RVL Cessna inbound from the Isle of Man a little earlier in the stream. Thank you to everybody for your support this evening, whether you're a new viewer, returning viewer, subscriber, new subscriber, or very valued member. Thank you very much for your support on the channel this evening, especially to those who have gifted those memberships this evening. It's great to have you with us, and thank you very much for joining us. The Maersk 767 on final approach now. Catch up with this one in a couple of minutes once it gets a little bit closer to us. That one just passing through 2,600 feet now. The temperature this evening quite pleasant indeed. It's not really, it has dropped, but it doesn't feel like it's dropped much in comparison to some of our previous streams. So a little bit of humidity in the air in the distance there, just about see it on the lights illuminating the apron areas over on the DHL apron. Quite pleasant indeed. Not a lot of wind either. Just helping maintain that temperature this evening. So 37 just waiting to pull onto its stand this evening. So they're just moving a couple of bits out of the way. Stairs being taken across for the crew to disembark. Swift Air here from Guernsey, 5 minutes or so away from us now. That one just south of Ashby de la Zouch. And the Chewy in from Lanzarote, just making a little bit of an extended approach this evening, just east of Leicester now. That one should be with us in the next 10 minutes or so. Just like that one, just making a bit of an extended approach, giving way to the Ryanair off to Tenerife this evening. That one just passing through 6,700 feet now. There we go, the West Atlantic pulling on to stand there. In that 767 just coming into view as it makes its way down towards the runway threshold. .767 touching down and making its way in from Belfast this evening. Well, we're in the vicinity of the West Atlantic. So quick pan across. There's that one that's shut down there. Chocks being put underneath the wheels. Just about to see the crew on the flight deck there as well. Definitely a size comparison to the Cessna in front of it. The Swift Air just turning on to final approach now. That one 2 or 3 minutes away from us this evening. Oh. Here we go, sorry. So it can get a little difficult to see when it's dark underneath you. There we go, back on the West Atlantic there. Try that again. There we go, back on. Lock you off there as well for the next few minutes. So that's ATR just making its way down to 09 now. That Maersk 767 should vacate straight off 09 and straight onto the apron down at the UPS end of the airfield soon. And the Chusos in from Lanzarote, just making its way overhead Ilyushin as well. That one passing through 5,200 feet now. 5 minutes or so away before that one is on the ground this evening. Looks like the 767 in the distance. The forward cargo door is closed. Keep an eye on that one. See if we can watch that one out as well this evening. So hopefully with any luck that should start pushing back in the next few minutes. That one was scheduled to depart around about now. Nothing yet pinging up on the radar though. Definitely does look like that forward cargo door has closed up. So the ATR gradually making its way down towards us. Once that gets over the runway threshold, turn around and watch that one in as well this evening. Crew just entering the flight deck on the 737 in front of us there. ATR just about over the threshold. So quickly pan across and catch that one in. Get straight back on the 737 in a minute. Slight bounce on that one as it touched down this evening. Just quickly before we return to that 737, let's just have a look across at the 767. Like the stairs are just about to be taken away from the aircraft there. Safety barriers retracted now, so it looks like the forward door there all closed up this evening. So look to that side. The ancillary equipment being moved away this evening, and those stairs just being taken away from the aircraft there. So that one should start up and push in the next couple of minutes. So the final aircraft inbound this evening on the Chewy 737 MAX. That one in from Lanzarote this evening. Registration Golf Tango Uniform Mike Tango. That airframe is 6 years of age. Flight time on that one this evening, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Well, that one is. Let's just have a quick check. It's great to see everybody in the chat as well this evening. Sorry I've not been in it much. Just going to keep focused on everything in front of us this evening. Some rather good action, but thank you to everybody who's joined, catching up on it as and when I can, and Laura doing a great job moderating for us again this evening. Good to see all the members in the chat this evening as well, so hello to everybody in there. Good to have you with us again. And thank you again for your support. It really does mean a lot, and it is definitely helping the channel to grow, so thank you for your continued support on that, everybody. The Chewy just about to pass over the runway threshold. Tug being attached to the front of that 767 there, so that one is definitely on its way out. Just a short hop to 09 for that one this evening. That one will probably take 5 minutes or so just to start up both engines, and that'll taxi out straight into 09. And that will be the final aircraft departing on this evening's stream. That one landing just a little, approaching just a little higher than all the previous arrivals this evening. Slight bounce on the touchdown there. Sounds like that one is safely down. Let's get back onto that 767 now then. This one will be the final outbound of this evening's stream. So we should be ending that just before 9 PM. So it won't take very long at all for this one to start up and taxi to 09. this one's pushing back. Thanks again to everybody for watching this evening. If you're a new subscriber, you're very welcome on the channel. It's good to have you with us this evening. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a new viewer, do consider subscribing to keep up with all of our latest action. And of course, again, to all you returning subscribers and members, thank you very much for your continued support. So we'll be back out again very soon indeed. Check the schedules of some of the inbounds here to East Midlands over the next couple of days. And we'll stick up some streams. Weather's not going to be very favourable to us next week. It's going to be quite cold again. Back into single figures. So we'll be thoroughly wrapped up warm. Hopefully some more good action to catch. As I say, if you did miss that, the Ilyushin departing out a little earlier, we're fortunate enough to catch that while it was still on stand just in the distance. The crew making their way up and down the ladder into the forward access door of that aircraft. And watching that being pulled off stand. All four engines starting up in front of us, and then taxiing straight out, departing straight out in front of us as well. I think there's a couple of timestamps in the chat, so I'll look back through there and we'll get a timestamp uploaded as soon as we can in the description as well. I think it was about an hour and 20, an hour and 30 minutes into the stream. Departed just before 7:30 this evening. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from where we are now. Time being 10 to 9 this evening. And thank you to everybody who's liked the stream as well this evening. It really does mean a lot. It's definitely helping the channel to grow in that direction. It's great to see the community building week on week as well from down here at East Midlands. See if we can just have one last look at that flight deck this evening. Well, it's still illuminated. Both engines live on the aircraft now. That should be starting to taxi imminently. The tug just moving out of way there. And this one will probably make its way down the apron there. Backtracking on the taxiway before making its way on to 09. So depending on how quickly this one departs out, you may just catch the ASL in from Belfast, the ASL 737. That one making its way across 10 minutes or so away from us this evening. So this one should be ready to go anytime soon. The HL services can get a little delayed sometimes, given the number of operations taking place on the ground. There you go, those taxi lights being turned on there. This one should start moving imminently. We've been really fortunate this evening with the weather as it has been. And capturing that illusion as well. So it is still quite pleasant out. The weather's not really changed much. That cloud above us, the temperature quite stable. So not as cold as it has been these past few weeks. Which definitely makes a difference. Hopefully a lot more warmer weather to come as well. And of course, lighter evenings on their way. Clock's changing at the end of the month. And now we're into summer season. In terms of flight schedules, they're here anyway at East Midlands. So the density of aircraft movements should only increase over the next few weeks. Like the ASL 737 just making its way through 3,300 feet now. We should see that one arrive in as well this evening. So just a slight delay on the 767 in front of us, giving us an extra aircraft to watch in on the final approach this evening. 767 back out to Cincinnati this evening. That one's screeching away. Again, those engines just thundering through your chest. It sounds phenomenal this evening. That one's still roaring away into the evening sky there. Let's catch this last aircraft inbound and the ASL in from Belfast this evening. Now we're just making its way down on the final approach now to 09. And then we'll conclude this evening's stream there. This one just passing through 800 feet now. There we go then, the ASL 737 in from Belfast this evening. And that's the final aircraft of this evening's stream. We should take a little look on the end of that stand there. 777 off to Cincinnati in just a little while. That one's still in the process of being finished loading this evening now. It's just a little while off. That one departing in the next 30 minutes or so. But for the time being, thank you very much indeed for joining us this evening. To all you returning and new subscribers, thank you very much for joining us this evening as we watch that Ilyushin depart out in front of us, and the One Air 747 as well. To all you members, thank you very much again for your continued support on the channel. It really does mean a lot. And to everybody just stopping by viewing as well, thank you very much to you also. So that's it from us for the time being. We'll schedule the next streams. We'll put details on the channel, of course. But for now, thank you very much. It's been great to be here again. And if you are in the vicinity of the Aeropark this weekend and want to make a trip down, definitely give the Aeropark a consideration. As I say, details to their website and all the details of everything on offer are in the stream bio below. So thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one.